Welcome to Daisy Gaze 777. Hope everybody's doing well and doing lovely like always. And thank you to all new subscribers. And let's see what the message is. No fear, courage, you're the best. Write it down, you're very talented. So you're obviously very talented and gifted, naturally born that way. Things you cannot learn in a textbook, which is why everybody has you under judgment, why everybody's so jealous, because you're pretty extraordinary and you can do extraordinary things. And a lot of people did some really bad things to you, a lot of crimes, so they want you in fear mode, but you're not going to fear. You're in a no fear mode, correct? Correct. And you are the best. You are the best. You sure? I think you are, and you hold the power. You also have a lot of knowledge. Knowledge is power. You also got a lot of love in you. Love is a superpower. So is knowledge. No justice, no peace. 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 Correct. But justice is coming. We all know that already. And if you don't know, now you know. And you have to. You have to know. Get into a higher vibration. What performed against us shall prosper. And then we have surgery, hitman, and negative energy. So yes, they are trying everything to get under your skin. Why? They're afraid. But they want you in fear because they're in fear, but you have no fear. Why are they afraid? Because they know they hired hitmen in the past. They know they're going down. Some of them are going to jail just for corruption. Some are just going to jail for the crimes as far as fraud. But some are going to jail looking at life in prison. This ain't something little, honey. This is something huge. People that sat in huge rooms you never sat in some fancy chairs, sat together and spoke to people that you never spoke to in your life, that had conversations about you and how they were going to deal with a situation, which got some hitmen involved. When you've done absolutely nothing wrong, but karma is here spiritually. They're afraid because they know they didn't get away with it. They know what was spoken. They know what was spoken in that room never stayed in that room. They know that they're in the judgment for the choice they made that day. And they're scared. Because they're scared because they know the man upstairs is moving a mountain for you. Acts of God are about to happen. It was only a matter of time before it would happen. And they know it. They feel the heat. They feel the heat. They maybe even having some paranormal events taking place in their homes or places they're going. But they know it's only a matter of time. And why? Because they also know they're guilty of this. Having you gang stalked very heavily. And they know that you know everything. They know that other people know everything. They know they've been exposed watching you while they were being watched. Feeling like a fool that they are. Now, something significant to 2, 9, 3, and 10. But we're really pulling on the 2, the 9, and the 3. So it could be an address, 932, 239, 392. It could be months, could be birthdays, could be the year 93, Could be the year 92, but it's significant. So take that in mind. Keep that in mind. But 3 is also a lucky number, so luck also. Has something to do with inheritance and mastercraft. What has to do with the inheritance? Going on very strong. Very strong. Very strong is whatever was talked about in this room that you never entered in your life with some pretty prominent people that made a very poor decision to hire hitmen to get rid of you instead of making a situation correct. And it's got them in despair. They're in fear while you're in no fear. Knowledge is power. It's key. Significant key right now. All this done to you is what has this act of God coming in extremely quick now. And I woke up because I fell asleep quite early tonight. And, well, not quite early, but I fell asleep early after my daughter came today. And after they went home, her and my grandson, I ate right before that, so I got tired, and now I'm up, and I had this real strong feeling to do this reading about something being spoke about and an act of God now. So somebody made a poor decision when it came against you, and you're the victim in this. So instead of having sympathy, compassion, human decency towards you, which you did nothing wrong, but they were willing to take your life over it. Prominent men made this decision, all for some money. But this group knows they feel something. They're not untouchable to the source up, above, or below. And something's coming in, but you also got legal justice too. So something significant with like a natural disaster, an act of God or something that's going to happen, like, oh my God, I can't believe that happened. But it's concerning these men that was in this room. So that's coming in very strong, very, very strong. Which brings you to a new life. So you're getting this justice, your legal justice, and this spiritual justice that's coming in very swiftly. Very swiftly. So you deserve this justice. It's horrible, these things that have happened to you. Any repercussion these people have to endure, they did it to themselves the day they decided that you no longer deserve to be here with your family. Over your own things left from your family. Make that make sense? Well, the man upstairs and the man downstairs is making it make sense. Universal law. What goes around comes around, karmically and universally. It's just rule of thumb. But you always stay in integrity. Don't turn into these monsters. Ever. Fraud. All over fraud. And they decided, these men in the room decided you didn't deserve a new life when you worked hard your whole life. Instead, they thought you deserved a hitman to come take your life. Well, then it was all over fraud. That's why they made that decision, and then thought that they could just duplicate you with the imposter. But nope, because the higher source of love is power, and you're loved above and below. Your lineage that left it was not going to watch. In the lineage you come from, they already know. You have family members that operate in the highest level of government levels. You had family members, for some reason this collective had family members in the CIA, military. Thank you for your services to anybody that in this collective was in the military or any government job that, and you were in the up and up. So, knowledge is power. I'm sure you learned a lot of things from your grandfather, your grandmother in life, the people that loved you that were good, right? Knowledge is power. You got the gifts. They know what they're working with when it comes to this collective of having knowledge of the things that are happening around them and why these people are doing it. They're doing it because they think they're untouchable. They're doing it because greed got the best of them. It was all over what your own family left you, your own birthright. But the truth is out. They will be dealt with legally. Justice is here. It's bringing you to your new life. But the man upstairs, he's got something else also in store for some of them, which could come in natural disasters, and I'm pulling on very strong here. Don't get mad, cause you're gonna get held accountable legally. I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you. All right, so take a chance. Take a chance. Change is good. Very good. Why? Don't believe all the deception around you. All this deception is an illusion. Yeah, they're really lying. They're being conniving. But it's not your problem. Let them be deceptive. Let them try to distort reality. Let them continue to lie. Well, you know the truth and facts. Why? Because you got the power. Power is knowledge. Knowledge is power. Take the chance. Change is good. And what's the chance? This new chance at life. You're moving on. You're getting away from all of this BS. You're going to let them stew in the mountain of poop they put themselves into. You didn't put them there. They put themselves there. They dug themselves a crap hole. They're in deep in spiritual court, legal court. They put on a front. They pretend they're this other, kind of, loving person when they're in public in front of others. When they're as demonic as it comes. And I don't mean all people that believe in demonics, and it's not, and I don't want to get too much into the discussion right now, but not all demonics are actually malvoyant. so that's a whole nother discussion. But just because somebody worships down below instead of above, like I worship God, I go by my 10 commandments. Some people do worship the underworld. But that doesn't mean, even if they consider themselves demonic, they're a bad person and malvoyant and malicious towards the world or you. There can't be light if there is no dark, and there can't be dark if there is no light. So everything's got to balance itself out. So that's a whole nother discussion. We haven't got enough time to touch on that right now. Really. I'm just saying. Career change. And then we have, they're looking like a fool for what they've been doing to you, the treatment that you've been going through. And hobby. You're very creative. And I'm sure you're creative in many areas. Some of you here are artists. I'm sure you do beautiful paintings or drawings or sketches. I'm sure we got singers here. Some love to do it as a hobby. Some are probably making money. Well, there you go. Congratulations. You deserve the talent you were gifted with. And nobody deserves to poke fun of it, or nobody deserves to demise it and be jealous of it. Nobody should ever be jealous of somebody else and what they love to do, and if they're good at it. They should uplift and inspire. And I love to uplift, and I love to inspire, and I like to compliment. But other people hate that. And when you're happy, it makes them feel bad. They get sick in their guts to see a person of the light so happy and loving. They're disgusted by it. Well, good. I'm disgusted with the way they act. I'm disgusted with the way they respond to the light. And you should be just as disgusted at people that are disgusted with you just being you. You don't have to be nice to every single person. You only have to treat people accordingly to how they treat you. And that's a fact. And there's a lot of undercovers here. Maybe somebody's got another lover and they're undercover. Who knows? But I believe something to do with an undercover. Maybe an undercover has a crush on you, but we definitely have undercovers in this situation that has uncovered the truth. And the truth has been exposed and justice is being served. But it's not just pulling on that energy. We already got that energy out already about justice is being served. This is pulling on the fact that something else is beneath the surface here. So your ancestors letting you know that it's been uncovered, whatever this is pertaining to. And it's also whatever's just been uncovered is walking you through this new chapter in your life and bringing abundance into it as well. So whatever was just recently uncovered is bringing, you already have a blessing coming, but this is setting something else in motion along with it, another blessing that you so deserve. Then we have a whole bunch of toxic people and druggies involved. What else is new? You ain't telling us something we don't already know. They're drug addicts. They do anything for money. Anything for their next fix. They make up any lie they have to. They're sick people. Very sick. You're on point with it. Your intuition is always spot on. You're held in high honor with the Queen card. Continue to be the royalty you are. Treat yourself like it. And again, this abundance that's coming in, this thing that's just been uncovered, on top of the stuff that's already been uncovered, you have this good news that's coming in. So this good fortune, this good news coming in is going to feel like you hit the lotto. The higher power is watching down at all times, walking every step of the way with you. You're never alone, ever. Again, we continue to each reading get our gifted card out. That's right. Why? Because you're gifted extremely. Too extreme. That they try to make it illegal that you're gifted. Well, it's not illegal. And the man upstairs wants you to enjoy these gifts. You were gifted them for a reason. Use them. Use them. Use them wisely. But use them. Do you understand me? Do you know the gifts you have? Start to use them. With 3, luck is always on your side. Even when you don't feel it, it's there. And they're going to continue to lie, but they're exposed. They're in trouble. Gifts again. Look at that. So very significant. Start to use your gifts. There's a message in that. The time is now. Use your gifts. Your gifts expose crime sprees. I don't know. It keeps coming to me, this download, something to do with Montana and so Colorado. Colorado keeps coming to me in a download. Colorado and a pizzeria. some Italian family members, cousin's father, and some other family members, a woman cousin from the other side of the family. So they're from two different sides of the family. You got an Italian uncle, something to do with some kind of business. Something illegal is going on too. Something illegal. Colorado's coming very significant. There's water. There's lots of creek in this area, and a pizzeria. Something's pulling hard on that. Okay, so maybe that has to do with crime spree. I don't know. But I continue to keep getting that. Yeah, look at that. Can't make it up. Store establishment. That's the next card out. So something significant here is pulling on. Where I don't know where that's even coming from. Saying Colorado, pizzeria, and lots of stream creeks. Lots of mountains, creeks. So I don't know, but this reading's nice for you. You got a new life coming in. Yes, over the usual greed and money. Knowledge is power. Yep, you know that they sat in that room, spoke about, you no longer being here anymore because of greed got the best of them. They got hitmen involved. But justice is prevailing. It's coming out. These toxic people and these druggies are going to jail. They're being exposed, and they spiritually already are feeling the consequences of coming up against you. And you are on point with your intuition. Continue to keep it that way. Treat yourself like the royalty you are. Your ancestors really, really want you and need you to know that. They're here with you. Treat yourself like the queen or king that you are. Something has just been exposed and uncovered, but it's on top of the things that have already been exposed. So it's just something added to it, which this is coming in very quick, very, very quick. This new life, this new chapter, it's here. You have an opportunity coming in, and be ready for this, because this is coming in now. That's been coming in very strong for a 2 week straight now. Something coming quick. This new life, this new chapter, this new adventure. Maybe a new change of career. Something to do with outdoors. Loving yourself more. I'm sure you already do, but it just means always pour into yourself before you can pour out. Love yourself the most. A lot of nature, get outdoors, healthy for you. But what's coming in quickly with this is this new chapter is going to have you traveling a lot and bringing a lot more nature into your life. You're connected to nature, and you're doing wonderful. You're doing great. Very proud of you. So they're exposed. They're exposed for their lives. There's a biker. Something's downloading about a biker bar. And that's by there's water by this biker bar. Something's coming in very significant with that. And some of your family and exes are connected to, somehow intertwined into this bar situation. And something downloading very quick about these friends and ex of yours owed money, and something to do with real estate, bar, and there's water. So I don't know if it's a lake. I don't know what I'm pulling on here. A lake by the biker bar. It's got like an outside patio, or a stream. But something sinister involving your family, ex, intertwining with that situation. But it's real sinister. I'm not getting a good vibe on that at all. Not liking it. And next comes out is witchcraft, voodoo, backfire. So this just gave me the chills. This just gave me the chills to come out after seeing something sinister. So we're on point with this intuition here. We're definitely on something big with that. Something sinister with a biker bar that's got also outdoor eatery, cedary, and a water. So it's either a lake by it or a stream involving your ex and family. Some owed money. Something bad might have taken place there. Who knows? But it's something to be checked into. Something sinister coming out. This now, I'm not talking about no white magic, kitchen magic. I'm talking about I'm pulling on some dark energy here. Dark energy. All to do. Yeah, you're the champion here. You're on point with the situation. And it has to do with money. So when inheritance comes out after what we just spoke about, that means you're on point. You're the champion. And this has to do with money. So something pulling on that. So you solving a lot of crimes here. You're putting together a big puzzle here. This inheritance theft was used to, they money laundered this money that they've been stealing for years off you through some business that was owned by some bad people. They got themselves their hands intertwined with not only corrupt law, but corrupt organized crime and biker crews and things like that own establishments. So we're talking a pizzeria somewhere Colorado area, but I'm pulling on this is somewhere close tri-state area, either Pennsylvania or somewhere in the East Coast. I'm pulling on New York, Delaware, Jersey, maybe something like that. Something to do with Virginia, Baltimore. We're pulling on this. This is this crime